If you're heading to Mexico and want a simple way to stay online, this video should help. Using your regular SIM card abroad can get expensive real fast, and relying on local options once you land isn't always convenient or reliable. I actually started using Saily eSIM because I didn't want to deal with overpriced SIM cards at the airport or waste time searching one down in the city, especially when you're already tired from traveling. I've been using Saily for a couple of years now, and it's made international travel way easier. So in this video, I'll walk you through how Saily works, what I liked, what could be better, and whether it's worth it for your trip to Mexico. Alright, Saily is an eSIM service powered by Nord Security, which is the same company behind NordVPN, one of the world's most trusted digital privacy tools. It's designed to help travelers stay connected in over 200 countries with reliable service. Saily also incorporates features to prioritize your security and privacy while traveling, with tools like ad blockers, web protection, and virtual location routing, which really helps reduce trackers, block intrusive ads, and protect you from malicious websites, all while saving your data. Now, getting started with Saily is super simple. You just download the app, scroll through the available data plan, select Mexico, and pick the one that fits your trip. The app walks you through the setup step by step, and it only takes a few minutes. Once your eSIM is installed, there's nothing else to think about. I usually activate mine before heading to the airport, so that way, as soon as I land, it connects automatically to the local network. Another thing worth mentioning is you only need to install the eSIM once. After that, for any future trips, you just buy a new plan and you're good to go. It really is a set it and forget it kind of thing, which takes a lot of the stress out of staying connected while you travel. In terms of the cost for Mexico, Saily is super affordable. Plans vary depending on how long you're traveling for and how much data you really need. They have plans starting at just under $5 if you need data for a week, but one of their more popular options is around $25 for their 10GB plan, which is great if you're planning to stream or use maps regularly, but don't quite need unlimited. If you do want unlimited, they start at about $19 for 5 days, with longer options available depending on how long you're staying. They also have regional plans that work across multiple countries, so if you're traveling between different places, you don't need to keep switching plans. Now, for frequent flyers or remote workers, there is this new Saily Ultra plan, which is a monthly subscription with 30GB of high-speed global data and unlimited data after that, plus extras like NordVPN, lounge perks, and priority support. And every plan is prepaid, there's no contracts, no hidden fees, and you get 3% back in credits for future use. Plus, you've got a 30-day window to activate your plan, so you can buy it in advance and start it when you're ready. If you're considering giving Saily a try, you can use the affiliate link I left down in the description below. Just download the Saily app and use my code GBUTech at checkout for an exclusive discount. Now, I've personally used Saily on several trips over the past couple of years, and whether it was for streaming videos, checking Google Maps, uploading photos, or hopping on a quick call, the connection's always held up. The internet connection has stayed strong even in places where public Wi-Fi was either hard to find or it just didn't feel secure. For me though, the best part, it was just being able to stay in touch easily, whether I was navigating a new city or checking in with people back at home. Having fast, reliable service makes a huge difference. And since the plans were prepaid, I always knew what I would be spending. There is no surprise fees or weird add-ons. Another thing I want to mention is Saily is one of the few travel eSIMs I've tried that also cares about keeping you protected while you're connected. There is a built-in ad blocker that cuts down on pop-ups and stops those trackers that follow you after you Google something once. I noticed pages loaded way faster, and it helped stretch my data further since it wasn't loading extra scripts in the background. It also includes something called web protection, which blocks dangerous websites before they even load. That's been super useful when I'm using airport or hotel Wi-Fi, especially if I'm logging into banking apps or booking something last minute. There's also virtual location routing, which masks your IP address just like a lightweight VPN would do. I used it to stream shows back at home that weren't available in the country I was visiting. And what's great is it just works in the background, you don't need to do anything extra. I also like that the app gives you a heads up when you've used about 80% of your data. It's one of those little things that ends up being surprisingly useful on longer trips. And if anything goes wrong, their support team is around 24/7. I've reached out to them in the past and they replied to me right away. But just like anything, there is a couple of things to keep in mind. And so first off, Saily is data only. That means if you still make regular phone calls or send SMS texts, you'll need to use messaging apps like WhatsApp or Telegram instead. I mean, most people already use these apps anyway, so it's really not a big deal, but just something that you should know about. You'll also want to make sure that your phone supports eSIMs. Now, most newer phones do, but if you're not sure, you can use a compatibility checker right inside the app. So here's the big picture. Would I recommend Saily eSIM for your trip to Mexico? Absolutely. If you're someone who values convenience and an easy way to stay connected while traveling, Saily is a solid choice. The setup is super simple and you don't have to deal with physical SIM cards, which can be a pain to swap out and easy to lose. And so if your phone supports eSIMs and Saily covers your destination, it's a great option for reliable, fast, and affordable mobile data. That'll be all for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, a thumbs up is always appreciated. And just as a reminder, if you're thinking about trying Saily out, I've got an exclusive discount for you. Just use the code GBUTech at checkout when downloading the Saily app or visiting their website. And of course, if you've got any questions or suggestions, feel free to drop them down in the comments section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.